Hello and welcome to the Creative Archive. My name is Kelly Ferguson. If you're new here, this is month 2 of a home edit that I'm doing for this entire year. And each month I'm focusing on a new area of the house. This month I'm moving into our primary bedroom and bathroom. And I wanted to move to this space next because there's some areas in here that are frustrating me presently. And there are also just these side tasks that I've been putting off, like these little side projects. For example, I've had curtains for this room for several months, and I just need to freaking put them up and do that. So I have little things like that that are in like little bags and things that I'm like, I'll get to that later, that I'm going to get to this month. So I always recommend starting with like an easy win, something that's just easy to kind of blow through and do. And that is going to be my side table because it is an absolute mess right now. And it's been this way for at least 6 months. And like it's getting to a point where I'm just like, we got to deal with it. So we're going to get to that today. And then I'm also going to go through a couple of drawers in our bathroom. So that's going to be the goal today. Let's dive in. Okay, I'm going to show you what it looks like right now, of course. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, so that's what we got going on. I don't love this. We're going to fix it and clean it up. As always, it's just best to pull the things out, you know? I have binoculars in here. What the heck? Like, this is a random little thing Cassandra got me for Christmas one year, and it's so cute. It's just like, she gets me these little random things. A candle, mouth guard, meds, throat lozenges, and then, of course, these cords. Let's see. Earphones. Plantar fasciitis, pain patches. Definitely went through a real intense plantar fasciitis pain cave. Got a lot of hauls in here. Band-aids. Highlighter. Flashlight. What the heck, man? A reading light. Lots of band-aids in here. Don't know what that's about. Cords, scissors, lip balms. The intimates that I'm not going to show you are in a different drawer. So that you're not going to get a peek into. Oh my God. Holy smokes. A lot of throat lozenges spilled out in here. You know the drill. I got to go get the dust buster. So in this drawer, I have a couple of organizing containers. I tend to just find things around the house that, like, if I can use it somewhere, I will. I'm not someone who needs their organizing containers to all match. And if it works with how I'm needing to use it, then that's all I need. Dusty. These two things definitely help keep things a little more organized in the drawer. I mean, obviously, things kind of got out of whack, which happens. You know, that's why we continually have to do little resets, which is what this whole series is all about. We're resetting some things. Okay, so I'm gonna rinse these out and then come back. I do like having a pair of scissors next to my bed for like bring something home, like clothes, for example, with a tag, and just like needing to grab a pair of scissors while I'm in here. I always think having a pair in every room is necessary. Of course, a couple of pens and a highlighter. I want to highlight something in a book I'm reading. Flashlight. Does this work? No. So probably need to switch out the batteries. There's no batteries in it. So I need to do that. Lotion and my mouth guards. This lip balm. This one I don't love as much. So these need to go. These Band-Aids. All these freaking Band-Aids. This CBD thing can go in there. I do like these actually the best. The honey ginger drops. I'm going to just take some out and put them in right there. Everything else really shouldn't have been in there. The other thing that was in my drawer was this alarm clock / sound machine thing. And actually don't need an alarm clock because our dogs wake us up like clockwork every morning at 5. So I don't necessarily need it for that reason, but it does have like this glow light. Yeah, I don't know if I remember that being like a distraction more than calming at night. So I'm gonna actually test this out for a night or two and see if I want to keep this, because I'm not sure. All right, well, let's look now how things are. Okay, so much better. Simplified some things and everything's kind of got a little place. It's not so chaotic in there. Okay, so I'm going to go through these couple of drawers here. But in here, we kind of keep, well, Cassandra has like her scrunchies. I kind of use this like it's already a nice holding container, and it's kind of a small drawer, an odd drawer. So I find it really easy to just put in your scrunchies and headbands, and that kind of works. I'm gonna wipe that down. Okay, this is not a drawer. It's a fake drawer. This one is like our brushes. This drawer had surprisingly a lot of dust and debris. I actually think I'm going to soak these and pick out the hair. It's not that bad, but I think that's what I'm going to do. This is deep level cleaning here. All right. This is makeup. Let's see, what about this one? This is another fake drawer. So that's these for sure I can do. Wow, these are really quite dirty. With this drawer, again, it's narrow and it's hard to kind of like contain and organize things, but like these type of organizers that you can kind of split and rearrange, I find work well in a drawer like this. So things like our scrunchies can easily go in that. This one's like bobby pins. This one are like hair clips. I'm gonna, wipe that down, wipe these out, put them back in. I have our nail tools soaking in like an antibacterial soap, and I'm gonna do some research on like how to properly sanitize them, if like rubbing alcohol works or if there needs to be like a different process for that. And so that's gonna be like a second step. This little basket is of hair banana clips. Oh, there's so much hair down here. I'll have to pick through those, but I'm gonna get all of this stuff out. Let's talk a second about products. I grew up with a nurse and a microbiologist as parents. And so I was raised, not of the particularly green natural products all the time, Now, I am someone that's probably more in the middle of the road. My mother-in-law is 100% hippie all the way, green products. She's currently removing like all of her gas appliances, or I'm sorry, all electric stuff, plastics she's been eliminating. She's very hardcore about the environment and all of that, which is great. I do like respect that. And she can be a little bit preachy about it, but I do take cues from her and I do consider things, you know, and would like to move more toward stuff that is more environmentally friendly and clean, whatever that means. So it's an ongoing thing to like look at and think about. Doing these exercises of going through your stuff, it makes you think about it, you know, at least you're thinking about it. You're looking at what you have, and it's also helping me think about like what I'm purchasing, what companies I'm purchasing from. And one of the things in terms of my purchasing relationship is buying more local and steering away from like the big box stores and stuff. My mother-in-law is the type of person to go cold turkey with stuff, and good on her. And if I asked her to do that with her smoking, she'd tell me to go to hell. So, you know, we all have our things that we're able to like eliminate easily and just change like that. And there are other things that take a little bit more time, take a little more processing around, and that's, you know, it is what it is. But the important thing is that we are thinking about it. All right, kind of our main hair things. All right, let's take a look at these now. Better. And tomorrow when I get some sanitizer, I'll run those through. And then this drawer, just pretty basic, but cleaner. So I'm going to finish there. I got all the kind of random things I pulled out of my side table, put away. There were a bunch of cords that I've collected, and cords are going to be a whole other category of things. But for now, we're getting things rolling here in the primary bedroom and bathrooms. So more to come on that as we move along this month. So I'll see you in the next video.